Hi everyone. A lot of people were asking me that how can we dry our rosemaries perfectly at home and we can keep them, because sometimes you get rosemaries which are very fresh but you really want to use them when you're not getting it. Like you can see, these are some fresh rosemaries that I have, but maybe I don't want to use them right now. I want to use them maybe after a month or two, but I will not be able to get it. Or maybe I just want to keep it for myself so that I can use it anytime I want. So these are the fresh rosemaries that I dried and they're perfectly dried. There were some rosemaries that I kept on a timing that at this time, how much are they drying and what are the results. So come on, I'll show you what are the results.
By the way, before you dry it, you need to remember that you need to wash it properly to remove all the dust and the dirt in it. Then you need to pat it dry to remove the excess water that may have been stuck in it. Then we dry it in the sun to remove the remaining moisture so that it stays completely dry, so that when you're drying it, it does not rot or anything like that. And it should be looking green even after it has dried, and it should be looking fresh completely. Then there are two easy ways to dry the rosemary. One is that you can dry it in the sun for rest of the 7 days, not in direct sun but in indirect sun like this. But I prefer the second way, that's by tying it with some strings, making small bunches, then hanging them to air dry for 7 to 10 days until they become completely brittle and you can feel there is no moisture and they're completely dry. You can also dry it in a dehydrator or oven. I don't prefer the oven because there are higher chances that you can burn them, and dehydrator not everyone has it. So I feel these are the two natural ways in which it's easy for everyone.
So these are some fresh rosemaries that I brought. I got it from a plant today, so they're really fresh today. And these are the rosemaries that I dried. They're perfectly dry, they can be stored. So what I really wanted to show you is that how much interval of time we are drying them and how we are drying them. So we're talking about drying them in the sun first. So when you dry them in the sun for a whole day, this is the results. Drying them in the sun for 2.5 hours, then air drying them. And these are the results for drying it for 1 hour in the sun, then air drying it for 10 days. So as you can see, these ones, after 10 days of drying, they have become quite brittle. So they just break like this. And this is what you want. And it should be green, not brown like this or burnt like this. So this is what we are looking for, that after air drying for 10 days, they should be looking like this. So conclusion is that don't dry them in the sun for a whole day, you're gonna burn it. I would also prefer if you don't do it in the oven, or if you have a dehydrator you can. And I also believe that 2.5 hours in the sun doesn't give you perfect results, because half of them are dried and they are brown and half of them are green. So I don't think so. But drying them after washing them, because you need to get them clean, and after that air drying them, just tie it in a rope and in the shade dry it for 10 days, and these are the results that you're going to get, because you're going to get it. These are all brittle, you can see they'll be coming out easily, they're coming out perfectly, they're all brittle and everything. It looks like this, and these are the results that you want. And you can store them in the jar for 6 months, 8 months and use them properly. But these are the results that you want, and this is how you dry a rosemary perfectly at home. So this was about how to dry your rosemary at home perfectly. And these were the results that you can see, that 1 day of drying in the sun, 2.5 hours of drying in the sun, and 1 hour in drying in the sun. Then rest of them, we air dried them for 10 days. And these were the results. Hopefully, if you have any more questions, do let me know in the comments. Hope you liked the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Share with your family and friends for how to dry the rosemary perfectly. And stay hungry for more. I'll see you in the next one.